Okay, based on the latest information we have from the National Weather Service, the storm is continuing to move in a westward direction towards the northern half of the island. It has maybe demonstrated a little bit of a southerly turn to it, so we're tracking it very closely and concerned about that. But at the present track, it's looking like it's crossing just over the Hamakua and North Kohala area.
Yeah. And still 60 miles? What was the wind speed?
Right now, they're still looking at winds at 60 miles per hour with stronger gusts. The concern is also the heavy rains and the storm surge with the surf.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so when you say sustained winds, I guess so people know, does that mean there could be some stronger gusts?
Yes, so 60 miles per hour is more or less constant, or the average they're going to experience, with definitely stronger gusts.
Now, I don't know if you want to talk about this kind of thing, but it seemed like a couple of days ago we were hoping that this might be a little weaker than it is now.
Yeah, and unfortunately the storm is entering warmer waters. What was happening over the last 24 hours, it was going over some cooler waters and weakening, and it has now entered warmer waters, and they're tracking it and monitoring very close because it could pick up some strength, and that's what they're seeing right now is it's kind of holding its pattern and holding its intensity.
Yeah. Hurricane is what, 75?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the county doing right now?
Well, several things. They're working with the Department of Parks and Recreation, American Red Cross, with the opening or pre-identifying of shelters for tomorrow morning. That would give people in those areas an opportunity to go to someplace and take refuge. So we're getting a message out shortly. Once we confirm those facilities will be open tomorrow morning, where we can tell people they could go. We're also working with the fire department on notifying people in some of the remote areas and isolated areas of what to expect, and encourage them if they need to consider moving out, then they could do that. These would be areas like Kapoho and Kings Landing where they're very vulnerable to the storm surge. And other than that, we're just trying to keep the public informed. We're pre-positioning what personnel and resources we need to be able to respond in the morning, working with Department of Public Works, Environmental Management, State Highways to anticipate possible road issues and prepare their crews for deployment should we have some traffic problems or debris problems to take care of.
I know this isn't a tsunami, so it might be different, but for people who are like maybe still camping on like Puhi Bay, would they be evacuated, or is it up to them to take care of themselves?
No, one of the nice things we did yesterday was go into the camping areas and park areas and start telling people what to expect. The information we got back from the representatives making contact is that most people were planning on packing up by today, given that Monday's a business day. So we're hoping that most of the campers and beachgoers will be out of the area, but we'll continue to monitor that and encourage them to leave.
What is this windshield factor? That not play much of a part yet?
Well, according to the Weather Service, there's not much of a shear that would help to weaken the storm. So again, that's where it's maintaining its current strength and intensity.
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. So we're looking at a couple days ago. We were thinking it was going to be like a depression, weak tropical storm. Now it seems more like a moderate tropical storm.
Yeah, it's holding its pattern, holding its strength, and it's still moving towards the Big Island. And it's not looking like it's going to decrease in its strength and intensity.
Do you have any historical knowledge of past anything like that?
Nothing like this particular track or pattern, no.
Yeah. Someone had just said that there was no record of a tropical storm hitting.
That's what Mike Canton mentioned on the brief, that he can't find any in the National Weather Service's records of any tropical storm holding its intensity like this and approaching the Big Island.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. And anything else you think needs to get out there?
Just, the public should be always preparing for things like this and do it ahead of time rather than waiting for the event. And the more we can encourage preparedness, the better.
You're encouraging like securing loose things around the house and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly. As well as, with the flooding, people who have experienced flooding issues in the past, to start planning for that same possible problem ahead of time rather than when the floods actually start.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Darryl.
No.